Okay, let me tell you a quick story. It was December 2023 and I was sitting at my desk with this notebook full of goals. So I had very simple goals. I wanted to get my driving license. I wanted to start my second business. I wanted to grow my YouTube subscriber list to 500. I wanted to spend more time with my family and friends. Apart from this, I had some financial goals and I wanted to do well with my job. I was really excited. I got weekly planners. I got whiteboards, actually 2. But by February, I was hopeless again. I didn't track my weekly goals. I wasn't going to gym as I thought. And honestly, I felt overwhelmed and stuck. But this year, like my previous 3 years, not following my goals was not an option. Therefore, I started searching for better ways. Something that wouldn't just look pretty on weekly tracker, on my whiteboard, but also make sense. And that's when I found the Lotus Method. Most importantly, this year I was able to accomplish 5 out of 8 goals in comparison to 2 or 3 goals in the previous years. Honestly, I hate the word productivity now, but Lotus Method actually makes sense, that why it works and how it can make your life easier and actually help you to accomplish your goals. Explain you why this method works. So most goal setting methods fail because they focus on the end results and the outcome. It's all about destination and not about systems and process that will get you there. Most accomplished people have one thing in common, that they enjoy their work. Even if that work involves mundane activities, boring activities, they still enjoy it. And the reason why they're able to enjoy it, because they make it fun. They accept that it's about the process. Because in reality, from where you are and where you want to be, life happens in between that. And if you're not enjoying your life, if you're not enjoying your goals, if you're not having fun, you're most likely going to quit or you're going to procrastinate because you don't really want to do the hard things. And there's nothing wrong in it because our human brain is designed to do that. So your brain is resisting to go against nature. And nature is designed us to be lazy, to be hunter and gatherers, to reserve our energy as much as possible, so that we can use it in times when we need it the most. So let's come back to why Lotus Method works. Lotus Method is actually very different. So think of a lotus flower. It starts with one core idea in the center. This one core idea is the idea which will bring the most impact in your life. It could be starting a business that can completely change your life, or it could be losing 10 kgs so that you can feel your old self, you can have more stamina to do more things, and you feel more confident about yourself. It could be anything, but that one thing that makes the most impact in your life is the center of your lotus. That's your big goal. But then it blooms outwards, petal by petal, into smaller goals that will actually help you to reach that center. Each petal connects to a focus area. And guess what? Each petal also have its own actionable step. To start a side hustle or a business, you need to figure out what is that one activity which will bring the most impact to your business or your side hustle. For example, when it comes to YouTube, it is creating more content. For example, if you're starting a side business, which is a service-based business, it's all about getting more clients. So that is the core activity that you need to focus, because that's going to bring the most impact. And then step by step, you break it down. So for example, in order to start a service-based business, I need more clients. So client acquisition is the core activity. Now, how can I get more clients? Through sales and marketing. How can we do sales and marketing? We need to break it down further. For example, if I do weekly efforts of improving my website so that my website can get more traffic. For example, if I can attend more networking events to meet more people. For example, if I can optimize my paid ads in a way that it reaches the right audience. For example, if I can work on cold outreach and reach out to people telling them the offer that I have for my company. These small steps will lead me to reach that one main goal, which is of client acquisition. And this one goal of client acquisition will help me with my bigger vision of growing my business. The fun part is you can do that for any goals that you have. It's like zooming in and zooming out of your goals. You can see the big picture. And most importantly, why I love this method, because it allows you to be flexible. You're not only focusing on one thing in your life, but you're focusing on multiple goals, still focusing on that one thing that impacts your life the most. Now let's break it down to how to use this method this year so you can define your goals in 2025 and achieve them. First, just start with your main priority, the center of your lotus. What is that one thing which is going to bring the most impact? In order to find this out, I love using Brian Tracy's method, where you write down all your goals and think about it, that if you could make one goal a reality right now, What is that one goal that you would make your reality? And I would like you to be a little bit more realistic. Thinking that you're going to be a billionaire in 1 year is actually not a realistic goal. So be realistic, be honest, be true to yourself, and find out that one thing that's going to impact your life the most. Second, fill in the surrounding squares. So these are your focus areas, 8 key parts of your goals. If your main goal is to start a side business, your focus areas could be things such as market research, building website, creating content, networking. Each one supports the center goal. Third thing is zoom into each petal, which is basically you breaking down that very petal into further steps that you can do in your day-to-day life. Here's where the magic happens. Each focus area becomes the center of your lotus. When you take one focus area, for example, market research, you break it down further into smaller tasks, which will help you with that market research. So, for example, studying your competitors, interviewing your potential clients, what are their pain points? And suddenly you won't be overwhelmed because you will know exactly how this one thing leads to this one thing and leads to your bigger vision of starting your own business. But if you're feeling confused and you're like, Priya, how am I going to start? What to do next? Here's what I want you to do next. And you'll be surprised that you don't need a lot of time to figure this out. You only need 30 minutes of your time to figure out your main center. And from there, you can figure out your next petal and further break it down into further petals. But I want you to not feel overwhelmed or overanalyze. Just you know it, your subconscious mind knows that what brings most impact in your life. It's just a matter of accepting it. And sometimes you might want multiple goals and you treat them equally. But you need to understand if you have multiple priorities, you don't have any priority. And here's I'm going to give you a tip that make it fun, make it enjoyable, make it easy, make it exciting. And how you make it fun, I leave that to you because I'm sure you know what makes you happy. I want to remind you that planning your goals is just the first step. It's about execution, it's about sticking to your goals, it's about taking daily actions. But taking those daily actions become easier if you have clarity as to what you're doing. I'll give you an example. When I saw my video with 27 views, I worked so hard to make that video. I was about to quit my YouTube channel and then I figured that, you know what? Last year when I started this channel, I had 0 subscribers. I have 308 subscribers. And shut up, I don't care about if it is just 300 or if it is 3 million. All these 300 people subscribed to my channel. They definitely saw something in me. They definitely learned something from my content and they want to follow my journey. So forget about that, yes, I don't have a big number of subscribers. And yes, I didn't reach my milestone of 500 subscribers this year. But I reached 308 from 0. And that matters. Most importantly, I ended up getting my driving license this year, which I have been trying for 2 years because of my fear. I also ended up visiting my family in India, spend more time with my family. I also ended up achieving my financial goals. Although I didn't achieve all of my 8 goals, but I ended up achieving 5 out of 8 goals out of 1 to 2 goals last few years. So I truly believe that this method is good. It works well. It makes your life simpler. First up, and the only 2 things which actually stop you from achieving your goals are not taking an action, which could be because you procrastinate, because it's too overwhelming. So when you break it down, it's easier to achieve those goals. And secondly, lack of clarity. If you really are focusing on so many things and prioritizing so many things at a time, it's really hard to stick to one. So honestly, this method has helped me a lot and has changed my life, and I'm going to follow through. I'm not going to give up on my financial goals, my health goals, and I'm going to show up every day. And that's what matters, to show up for yourself. If you like this video, then click on that like button. If you think this video is going to help someone, then share it. And if you have any comments of your big goals that you have this year, then please put down in the comment section, because I want to make this video next year and I want to follow up whether you were able to achieve these goals and whether this method worked for you or not. And for more such videos, click on the subscribe button so I show up on your screen, so I show up on your YouTube dashboard, but you can choose if you want to watch the video or not. So still you have the power. Anyways, I'll see you in my next video. This is Priya signing off. Bye.